its prevalence. When you start hearing the figures, 640,000 tons or 650,000 tons of stuff deposited in the oceans every year, it starts to paint a pretty grim picture.
The seeming increase in it, the longevity of it, and at the moment maybe a slight reluctance to admit the scale of the problem.
What concerns me most about ghost gear is the impacts on marine animals and marine habitat.
What really concerns me about this issue is that there are millions of animals out there all the time suffering and dying, sometimes over a period of months, even years, and it's getting worse.
It's also insidious because the nets don't break down and they just get into smaller and smaller and smaller pieces, and which will eventually end up in our food chain. So it's actually going to eventually affect all of us.
I joined the Global Ghost Gear Initiative because ghost gear or derelict fishing gear is something that I've been working on for about 13 years in my home area in Puget Sound. And I wanted to get more involved on a global scale and share some of the successes we've had and learn more about other projects so I could improve the work that I'm doing at home.
We know that this problem is global and quite massive, and for us to make a difference, we think we're going to have to collaborate with other people with similar goals.
Fishing is a major source of both income and livelihoods for the Pacific region. And so related to that, there's a lot of fishing gear loss. And that fishing gear loss, largely from commercial activity, has implications for these small island countries and territories.
Because in the end, finding solutions for a global problem, you need to find allies and combine as much stakeholders as you can. Waste-Free Oceans is a horizontal platform.
Key action that we'll take is data sharing. We have a lot of data on lost fishing gear, particularly within and across the Pacific.
We've already been working on it, and again we'll continue to promote it to our members, our supporters, and ask them to become actively involved in the solutions.
We work very closely to the fishing industry and together with the fishing industry to find solutions to cope with marine litter, and of course we also want to find solutions to tackle ghost nets.
We are working physically in projects for ghost net removal. Next week we start our first project with World Animal Protection in Orkney, Scotland.
I hope that GGGI will prove a catalyst to get all of those local solutions that we're seeing around the world taken up on a global level. And instead of helping the thousands that they're helping now, they help millions across the world.
The thing that's missing at the moment, and I hope GGGI will achieve, is a coordinated effort, because there's a lot of good work going on, but it's all scattergun.
I hope it will raise awareness for the issue. I hope it will help the businesses involved promote their products and their business, so that it creates an economic incentive to have sort of GGGI membership.
Well, I hope it will come up with some practical solutions to the problem that we can take out to all kinds of stakeholders, from fishermen themselves to net producers to the industry.
I hope that the number of organizations and partners can share their lessons and share their information and work collaboratively towards solutions on this issue.
I think it's great to get people together in a room from many different backgrounds, both from government, from industry, from NGOs, diverse languages, different continents. I think you get a different perspective on things.
I like that it's very open. They've invited people from all sectors.
It takes a really holistic approach to the problem. It doesn't just point at one issue. It tries to take everything into consideration. I think if you're going to solve a problem of that magnitude, you really need to do that.
We bring a lot of knowledge to the table, and it's also, we can contribute as much as we want, big or small.
So far during this meeting and the previous one I attended last week is a sense of realisticness, if that's a word.
Well, I've already benefited from being part of the Triple GI. I've just learned so much about what's going on worldwide. I've made really great connections to help improve the work that I'm doing at home.
Bigger voices, more people together, greater effect.
A lot of times we think we operate in a bubble in South America where we kind of run our recycling collection program. So I think for us, just expanding our horizon and seeing what else is going on out there.
Personally, I just think that I'll be feeling great about having done something that matters.